Hello and thank you for taking your time out of your day to join us today. Now, as a self-proclaimed veteran of the old Clash Mini, God bless its soul, hitting the top of the leaderboard several times, we have now got the new mode of merge tactics inside Royale. Now, I was naively thinking that once they said that Clash Mini was closing down and gonna move into Royale, I thought it would be a cut and paste, but it's not quite that case. So this is going to be my first sort of view on how it is, and I'm now coming into the gold trophies now, so I've been grinding quite a bit, and throughout the video we will go through some good points, some bad points, and answer the ultimate question, which is, will this fill our Clash Mini void that we've had for a year now? Let us know down in the comments below. What do you think? Has it filled your void? Do you like it? Do you not? And without further ado, let's crack on to bad points. Firstly, I want to start off with that there is no tutorial, as in a practice match per se, because there is an essay if you want to read through it, and yes, there is some good detail in there, but like me, who's a bit of an eager beaver, I just want to jump in and just play the game. But saying that, we have to do reading through it. There is not much detail in the fact of someone like me who hasn't come back from a merge game perspective. It wasn't overly clear to me how you get 3 and 4 stars and what you've needed to get 1 and 2 stars in the background to get a 4-star. That wasn't clear, and that was frustrating at some points where I was like, just how do I get a gold, or how do I get a 4-star? So that was quite annoying from that perspective. So I think a practice match would have been good just to explain that more clearly. I mean, just one practice match would probably all it needs to take just to explain that. The second thing that I have a bee in my bonnet about is the troop pool. Now, the troop pool, I have a love-hate relationship with this, but I have found it often more times than not that when I'm trying to find a character that I need to complete my my groups and get the abilities, I cannot find it. Multiple times as the Executioner and the Mega Knight, no other person in the Battle Royale has any of these cards. Now, unless they are storing them in their bench, but why would you store 1, 2, 3-star things in your bench? Throughout the matches they had 0 cards on field. I could not find one. So the troop pool for me is 2 RNG, and it's just, I prefer my own deck. I think that's what it is. I prefer my own deck, and I can understand why they've done it, so you can use all of the troops that they give you and not just have the same matchups with the same people. But I just find it deeply frustrating that it's generally R&B luck based to whether you get who you get first, dibs on which characters. I mean, there's been things where I've been up to round 7 trying to get just a 2-star or 3-star one character, and by then the game's lost. So I have a beer bonnet about that, but I don't know whether that's just I'm a sore loser or I'm just not lucky. The final thing is the preview. Now, the preview is what the fuck. You check on the other characters to find where they are, but they're mirrored in the down position where your troops are, so you have to work out, flip them over and mirror where they're gonna go. But also within the 35 seconds you've got to then place your people, upgrade your people, sell your people, look where they're going, build your formation, do the maths of where it's likely going to be, and by then the time's gone. I don't understand why they just can't either have a pure mirror at the bottom of that's what they're going to be, or just as they are when they start. On the top of the screen you flick over, that's their formation. That would just be so much easier on some old people like myself who enjoy the game but just don't quite have the brain power to work out the mirror image as well as do everything else in 35 seconds. However, the bad points being said and done, there are some really good points, and I just want to go over them now. The first thing I'd just like to say, which is good, is that most of the units has actually come across from Clash Mini apart from the exceptions of two. One of them is definitely the Golden Knight, which we never had in the previous game, and I'm pretty sure we didn't have the Goblin Machine because it was the Brawler which made the fourth one. So I'm pretty sure the Goblin Machine and the Golden Knight are the only two new units. The rest of the roster is exactly the same. So I do like that. Now they've changed from the square grid to the hex grid. Now I like this change because it does allow more like freedom of movement for the units. They sort of move rather than a robotic sort of left, right, up, which I do like. Plus it gives you a bit more formation and strategy vibe feel to it. So the hex grid is definitely one that I do like. And for the Battle Royale styling, now back in the Mini it was a 1v1, you'd had 3 rounds, you had 3 lives and best out of 3. That could still come back, but the Clash Royale was good and that was in the original game, and I do quite like this, and I do like the fact that again first and second placements do give you points, which is always handy. But the very best thing that tops this list for me is 100% the modifiers. Now the modifiers are absolutely awesome. I mean, I'm now mid gold and there's so many different modifiers we've got. Even when you get into diamond there are so many modifiers, and I'm sure there'll be more to come, and this just gives everything a complete twist because it's very rare that you have the same game with the same modifiers. And I just love the fact that you've got different win clauses. It makes you choose differently on which units you want, which teams and groups you want to have, which do you want to win some rounds, lose purposely other rounds, get more mana. I do love it. I have to say I'm not overly keen on just the 2 heroes we've got at the minute, but that's in the future. There's more things to come from that, but like I say, the modifiers for me is just making it that interesting and making it stick. So the ultimate question is that time: does it replace the hole in our hearts when Clash Mini disappeared, where we had that void for ages where nothing was just good enough and nothing was like it? And in short, yes, I believe this does a very good job of curing that hole. However, there is a however. I am feeling whether this is just because of the hype and everyone's excited when playing it and it will die after a month or 2, or when they have the next upgrade, like the next season. I know they've already said that they'll have a different troop pool. We don't know what that's going to be like. That could probably go downhill, but at the moment I am very, very much enjoying it. It's like the roller coaster ride that you had on the previous one, where you win some, you lose some. You win by a whisker of your hair, you lose just by a whisker, and I just feel you've got that adrenaline of will I, won't I, and 2 strategic people coming up to against each other and just trying to make things right. Again, I think the updates will either make or break this, whether this is just a trend or not, but at the moment I am very, very much enjoying this, and I'd like to hear from you. Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? Do you used to play Clash Mini? Let's set up a conversation. Let's go for this. This video did take me a little while to make, so I would appreciate if you give me the thumbs up. And what sort of content do you want to see? Do you want to see strategies, formation? Do you want to see how troops are, what they do? By all means, give us some ideas and we'll do them. But other than that, I want to keep this under 10 minutes. So without further ado, thank you for joining me. I can't wait to hear from you. And on that bombshell, have a great day and thanks for tuning in. See you later.